Chelsea are advancing on a deal to sign Xavi Simons from Red Bull Leipzig. After contacts revealed in the past few days, Chelsea are now advancing and progressing in talks to reach an agreement on personal terms with the Dutch offensive midfielder. A very important option for Chelsea now. They want to add at least one more player in their attacking package, and the conversation with Xavi Simons is very positive. The player opened the doors to Chelsea, tempted by their project, and now the agreement on personal terms is getting really closer. Chelsea will also talk to Red Bull Leipzig soon. They are interested in Garnacho xavi, so there could be a discussion on several players. Meanwhile, Arsenal and Bayern remain interested in Xavi Simons, but Chelsea are trying to accelerate.
Now, we've brought Carves Olical back into the studio. Our chief reporter said just before the commercial break that there was some news about Alejandro Garnacho. What is it?
Well, Chelsea are considering making a move for the Manchester United player before the window closes. They've been alerted to his potential availability, and he's a player they have been watching very closely. We're being told a move is possible this window or in the summer. But of course, Chelsea would only proceed with a potential deal at the right price and on the right terms. And I think one thing that is actually quite important is that relations between Chelsea and Manchester United at the highest levels are very, very good. So I'm sure that if Chelsea decided that he was a player they wanted to sign, they could pick up the phone to Manchester United, see if he was available and try and do a deal at the right price.
There has been interest elsewhere, Napoli and others. Are they still in the picture?
Well, Napoli are very interested in buying the player. A couple of days ago, United's transfer negotiator, Matt Hargreaves, was in Naples for talks with Napoli. I think the issue is one of valuation. United had been willing to accept an offer around £60 million to begin with. Then they said, OK, we're willing to drop that to around £55 million. But so far, Napoli have been unwilling to pay more than around £46 million for Garnacho. And our colleagues at Sky in Germany are reporting, and also Sky in Italy, saying that Napoli have now switched their attention to the Borussia Dortmund forward, Karim Adeyemi. Now, he's a player they're very interested in. Antonio Conte, the Napoli manager, apparently wants to speak to the player. But Sky in Germany are saying the winger does not want to move in the winter. But they are saying that Napoli are willing to pay around £44 million for him. So it looks like Napoli have an alternative target as well.
Would London staying in the Premier League suit Garnacho better?
Very good question. I think if it comes down to a choice between Chelsea and Napoli for him, there are lots of things for him to weigh up. Obviously, coming from Argentina, playing for Napoli, the fact that Diego Maradona used to play there, the stadium is named after him. Obviously, that is a big, big draw. And if he was to play for Napoli, there's a very, very good chance that he would win the title this season, working under Antonio Conte. Then he has to weigh that up.
Chelsea have completed Alejandro Garnacho background checks as summer plans emerge, and it's almost a done deal. The Argentine has been a long-term target after being bombed out of the Manchester United first team by head coach Ruben Amorim. Chelsea have no concerns over the character of transfer target Alejandro Garnacho after carrying out a series of background checks on the out-of-favour Manchester United winger. Garnacho has been a long-term target of Chelsea, who are understood to be the favoured destination of the Argentine this summer. Chelsea are expected to make an offer for Garnacho before the transfer window shuts, but may have to wait for United's search for a new striker to come to an end with the Old Trafford club hoping to sign Benjamin Sesko. Chelsea also need to make sales or loan players out to create space for more attackers, with Christopher Nkunku and Armando Broja among those expected to leave permanently, and Mark Guiu and Tariq George to move on loan. Chelsea have held talks over signing RB Leipzig's Xavi Simons, but his arrival would not shut the door on a move for Garnacho if the club can make room for both players. Defender Joral Hato is poised to complete his £37 million switch from Ajax in time for the start of Chelsea's mini pre-season next week, which will allow the club to focus on outgoings and moves for Simons and Garnacho. Garnacho has been bombed out of the United first team by head coach Ruben Amorim, but Chelsea have not been put off by his Old Trafford fallout.